Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Prywood alongside Brooks Monaghan, and coach team right now, knock on wood, just keeps rolling along. You got to really be excited watching this team play.
Yeah, no, listen, kids are in a good place. Just finished conference play or non-conference play, and in a good spot. Now it's time to start our conference, and our conference is a beast. But I think the non-conference has prepared us well for the next step.
The start of the season, second best in school history. So you've seen the team play at a high level like this consistently. Do you look back on some of those teams that played at this level, and how do you approach this? Is it almost a situation where they're going good, let me lay back and not mess with things right now?
Well, I try not to compare too much to teams in the past. Obviously, we've had some quite a bit of success with some of our teams over the years. But my philosophy is, when you're playing high, or you're on a high and you're playing well, that you've got to even get into them more. But we're in a place in the season where the kids, they get it. They understand their roles. They understand what to do. It's a lot of just fine-tuning and the fine details from match to match. You want to play your style of soccer, but it's just tweaking little things here and there. No, listen, it's this team, as I said it from day one, has a lot of talent. The character is there, and if they just bring the right mentality from match to match, they give themselves a chance to win.
Pair of road wins, which is always nice. You started off over in Jonesboro with a shutout of Arkansas State.
Yeah. It's Arkansas State has been having a good year, and it was tough conditions. They play on a smaller field, grass is high, 4 o'clock. It was hot, and so it was a little bit, in my eyes, a little bit of a blah game. Mm-hmm. And those games are difficult at times, but that we found a way to win. And I thought that we controlled much of the match, and again, got a convincing win with scoring 3 goals.
You come back with another road win, 2-0 in Ole Miss. At that point, was the nation's #1 offense. Pull out a shutout.
Yeah. No, that was a full team effort. That's a game. It's become a derby over the years, and I knew as a coach that the group was going to have to be at its best, and the girls really stepped up to the challenge. That's a game that I walked away, and you have a smile on your face, and not, of course, because you win, but just you're proud of your kids, and they brought it that day, and I saw something in our group that day that I really haven't seen all year, and we always talk about every play matters, and that's what they brought on the evening, and that's why we had a convincing win against a very strong team. And so now the kids have kind of set a new standard for me. It's, hey, go play soccer. You know how to play, but in regards of your mentality, that's the standard that I'm going to hold you to every game. And we have to play that way, because next game is Cincinnati, right? Mm-hmm. That's this Thursday, and they are, if not one of the hardest teams to play against in our conference, and they play with their heart on their sleeve. Their coach has that group every year where they're 100% balled in, and they're going to be physical, and they're going to work their tails off, and if you don't match their intensity, they'll beat you. And that's how they've won a lot of games, and that's who they are. So we've got our hands full come Thursday.
Before we get more into Cincinnati and then ECU, Stasia Allen was the Defensive Player of the Week in the American.
Yeah. She had a great game on Thursday, and she was very solid. A great game on Sunday, and she was very solid the Thursday before. She's had a fantastic year up to this point, and very proud of her and well deserved.
Serena and Elizabeth on the honor roll. Right now, Elizabeth currently leading the NCAA in shutouts.
Yeah. No, Elizabeth has been on her game, and again, just a sophomore, still room to grow. But every time these kids get their award, I'll tell you, if they don't deserve it, I'll tell you on film. But all these kids, and like I said, I think there's a few more from last performance against Ole Miss that could have, that get the awards from my opinion, to be honest with you.
All right, you talked about Cincinnati a little bit, how hard they played that 7 o'clock Thursday night out at Mike Rhodes. Overall, I'm sure you keep an eye on the scoreboard, how the conference is doing. What does the American look like so far in the non-conference portion of the schedule?
Yeah, it's from from top to bottom, there's no easy games, and there's a lot of teams in our league that are having some great that are having great seasons, that have beaten some very good teams, and Cincinnati just happens to be one of them. They just came off. They just beat LSU. I think it was Sunday. They've played a very tough schedule, so they will be prepared for league play. I can guarantee you that.
You turn around, you'll have the Sunday afternoon game, a noon game against ECU on Sunday.
Yeah, new coach at ECU, and seems to be doing a really good job. They're rolling. They've got a very good record. We haven't. It's one game at a time for us, so I haven't spent any time watching East Carolina yet, but we will do that after the game on Thursday. But like I said, it's all I've done is looked at the results, and they've had some great results, so another tough match.
You got to feel good about how you're going into conference, not just because of the streak, but your team has expectations every year of playing in postseason. You've built a great non-conference resume so far. If you can follow up in conference, because your RPI in really good shape.
Yeah, no, we're 12th in the country in RPI, which is fantastic. And you try not to get. There's a lot of soccer to be played, so you try not to worry about that. But we are in a good spot now. It's just continuing to improve game to game and take care of business.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That is head coach Brooks Monaghan. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.